Hello and welcome to the first episode of Conscious Beauty Tips. And today we have a DIY for you. I'm here with my friend Emerald.
Hello.
And I'm Melissa. And the DIY that we have for you today is how to do your own V8 juice. And you can do that with a Vitamix or a blender. And now I'm used to doing juices of vegetable with a regular juicer, so I haven't done it with a Vitamix before. So Emerald, please show me how we can do this today.
Absolutely. Well, one of the first things that most people don't really know about blending and juicing, I was always told by a woman who was really well known in the industry. She said, when you are healthy, you blend, and when you're not well or need extra nutrients, you juice.
That's a good tip.
Yeah. Yeah, so I like to do V8s instead of juicing them. I will just blend them and I do them raw and full of like herbs and just make it real yummy, so it's enticing and you literally crave this V8.
So what do we have to work with the V8?
Well, we have tomatoes, which is the nice base, and then we have celery, and we have carrots, and these are
Purple carrots.
Purple carrots. This is the way, this is the way carrots used to be, but we hybridized for the yellow carrots. So in my garden, we have purple carrots, and we also have fresh basil. It's a great touch. It's not something that's absolutely necessary for the recipe. We have beets, which give the drink a beautiful, rich red color, and spinach. And also we have cucumbers and lemon. So that pretty much tops us off for the vegetables that will be in the V8. And it will be incredibly sweet, but still spicy and flavorful at the same time.
And so most of these are from your garden?
Most of them are from my garden. The only thing that's not is the beet and the celery. Everything else I grew in my garden, and I'm so proud of.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
And do we have some spices for this?
We also have some spices. So we're gonna put cayenne because I like a little kick in my V8. I like it spicy. But you can always use a little bit of discretion while putting that in. Turmeric. I love to put fresh turmeric in, but when you don't have fresh turmeric, then it's always great to put that in. It's an anti-inflammatory, it does so many other things, but I just like to throw it in. I also have fennel seed, gives a little bit of that like soft, smooth, sweet taste to it. So it kind of brings all of the flavors together, which is incredible. And then also a little bit of oregano, and it just kind of gives a little bit of that Italian taste and is really good to boost the immune system. And then a little bit of salt to taste. So we're using Himalayan pink salt in this recipe today. All right.
And as far as measuring, I know I just like to eyeball it and go with my intuition and throw things in. How do you measure?
Well, I definitely am an eyeballer, but I have to say that a good rule of thumb is if it's for one person, put like half a piece of celery in, put a half a tomato in. If you're going for two people, then you would put a whole tomato in and a whole piece of celery. If you fill the whole blender up, it's definitely more than just one person, good enough for more than one person. So
before we start, maybe we can talk a little bit more about how this makes us be a conscious beauty.
Yes, well, because we're getting nutrients that are in all the raw forms, and also it's enzyme rich. So when you put things in your body that are organic and full of enzymes, it goes into your system and it helps to cleanse you out. It's very high in fiber. It's also very alkaline. alkalizing to the system, and alkalizing is very important to stay healthy. So it's pretty much the base of health in our lives. If we're acidic, then we basically set our systems up to create an unhealthy, space for anything that could be in our systems to grow. And so it's really good if you're feeling a little under the weather or need a little boost of energy to just, do a little V8 blend here.
And so that's also another difference that I've known too, is from the juicer as opposed to blending. If you juice it, there's no fiber in it, and if you leave it in the blender, you have fiber. So is this a better thing to go for with your daily routine or weekly routine?
So like I said in the beginning, I truly believe that when you're healthy, you should blend, and when you're not well, or you're under the weather, or you're cleansing, or you're doing something that is your body's a little out of its sorts, then you definitely want to juice, because the fiber is definitely hard on the system and it has to move it through. And so when you juice, you're getting all of that nutrients directly to where you need it immediately. And when you blend, you're getting that fiber and the nutrients, but your body has to work a little bit harder for it. So I believe that you need fiber. From what I was told, it was 30 grams of fiber a day. As our modern society and diet normally only has anywhere from 5 to 10 grams a day. So this is a great way to boost your fiber content in your diet.
Nice.
Yeah.
And maybe what's a little bit about your background with nutrition?
Oh yeah, so I did nutritional consulting for about 10 years and had an apprenticeship for 5 years. Just worked with some of the top nutritionists and health specialists, and just was really incredible and really amazing to see it and to be able to see them work with people independently, one-on-one, get to see, when they take something and when they don't, you get a really good perspective of, okay, so the book says this is really good, but when you get to see individually after 20 people have taken it, then it's really good, or doesn't work the way the book says it's supposed to. So it's very helpful for the real world knowledge.
Nice. Okay, and then what's that rule one more time just so we can really get it in our heads?
Yeah, so when you're healthy and you're happy and everything's going really good in your life, you want to blend. And when you're not feeling well, or you're cleansing, or you need extra nutrition and you don't feel like you're digesting properly, you want to juice.
Okay, so daily blend, cleanse, juice.
Yes.
Nice. All right, so let's get started.
All right. So very simple. It doesn't take very long at all. So I'm going to start with a lemon. I like to leave as much of the white stuff on there because it is actually a bioflavonoid. And when you're taking vitamin C, if you don't have the bioflavonoid, your body has a hard time utilizing it. So bioflavonoids are really important in taking vitamin C. Yep.
So the rind's taken off, but the white is left on.
But the white is left on, yeah. Okay, and then we're going to put that in there.
The trusty Vitamix?
In the trusty Vitamix, which has been like a savior in my life. No more woes of blending. I'm gonna do half a beet. And of course, everything has been pre-washed because nobody likes dirt or sand in their smoothie. But yes, these would be proportions for 2 people or possibly 3.
2.5.
2.5, yeah. So
2 and a child.
And with a Vitamix, you don't have to chop up very much. With a regular blender, you're gonna need to chop a lot more. That's why I love a Vitamix. And I'll probably say that a couple more times. So.
I wish I had one.
Well, I live right up the street.
Yay!
You'd be like, can I come make a breakfast smoothie?
It's portable too.
It's portable. It's very easily moved
Those
around.
tomatoes look so good, and those were grown in your garden.
These were grown in my
Amazing.
garden.
Go
They're
to the camera and show everybody.
they're heirloom
Amazing.
tomatoes, and they just are so vibrant, red, and beautiful, and they make me feel so happy. So,
Spinach is next.
spinach. And you can also put parsley in there as well, which is a nice addition to the mix.
So this is everything that's like normally in the V8 juice?
This is everything that's normally in the V8. The only thing that you are going to find in there that's not normally in the V8 is the basil.
Basil. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming V8 stands for 8 vegetables. Today we have celery, cucumber, tomato, carrots, beets,
Lemon.
and a lemon, which isn't a vegetable but will count it as one, so that's 6. And then we got some spices, so that'll add up to 8. But you could always do this with a lot less vegetables too if you didn't have as much around
Yes.
the kitchen.
I find that, you know, whatever I have lying around is what I will put in there, and it seems to always taste good. Unless you get ratios wrong, I would definitely, you know, like you wouldn't want to put all beets in there, and it would just be little like strong and beets, and just would taste a little funny, little gritty. Yeah. I found that it's really important to put a little bit of water in there.
So that's a cup of water.
That's a cup of water. I would say we need to do 2 cups of water and fill it to halfway, because otherwise it's very hard to blend.
So that's the importance of eyeballing.
Yeah. Yep, to about halfway. Yep, keep going. Perfect.
Great.
Yep.
It looks pretty. The beet color's already blending in.
Yeah, exactly. So now all we need to do is just put a little bit. I'm gonna just take a regular teaspoon here, and you can get a measuring teaspoon. However, everybody's gonna have their own style of how much they want. And I love fennel. It helps with digestion. It's just super yummy, and it just, I mean, with tomatoes, fennel is like my go-to. So I'm gonna put just a little bit right there on the tip. I would say like 1/4 of a teaspoon.
So the fennel helps with digesting tomatoes and just everything in general?
Everything in general just really helps with digestion. It helps cleanse the palate. It also helps with
Jalapeno?
no. Halitis.
Halitis? What's halitis?
It's bad breath. And so I'm gonna say,
So you could take fennel on a wine tour in between, like,
yeah,
things.
yeah. I don't know if it would help like the wine tasting or not, but it would definitely
clean your palate, because most people clean it with water.
with water, but coffee is
Really?
like, yeah, it's like weird. It will like pull out any flavor. It's kind of cool. So about, I would say 1/2 teaspoon of oregano. You know, I can go crazy on oregano, so we'll just leave it at that for now. Not today. Not today.
And let's not go crazy on the cayenne, 'cause I'm very spice sensitive.
Okay, so we're gonna do a pinch, which literally a pinch, and drop that in there, because you can always individually spice anything that you're eating. And turmeric. So turmeric we have.
That's the good stuff.
Yeah, this is the stuff that I would say a full teaspoon would be really yummy inside of there. So.
And what does turmeric help with again?
Turmeric is actually one of the best things for inflammation. I mean, all across the board, it does almost everything, but it helps with inflammation is the main thing that it does.
Are we ready to blend? Oh, salt.
And a little bit of salt. So you could just do a couple grinds in there, and that should work out just beautifully. So I always start on way low and then just move it up. That's the way it should sound. And so you should blend for, I would say, for like 45 seconds to a minute. And the longer you blend, the more smooth it's gonna be. I don't like chunky smoothies, so definitely blend it for at least like 45 seconds to a minute with a Vitamix on high.
Is it tasting time now?
It is tasting time.
All right.
This is tasting time and correcting time, because you never know what you're gonna get.
Life is like a box of chocolates or V8 juice. You never know what you're gonna get.
I think
What does it need?
it needs a little bit more salt. And the other thing is more lemon.
More lemon. More tea. How does it taste?
It tastes really good.
Nice. And then do we want to try a little bit more spice? Some curry
Yeah,
powder?
I think some
All
curry
right, I've got some
powder.
right here.
All right. So let's put some curry in there.
That spice I can deal with. And I don't know.
I love it. We're gonna blend a little more. Let's taste it. See what's up. I could drink
Oh,
this
yeah.
all day.
Yeah, that's good. It's warming almost.
It is warming. And you can add a couple of ice cubes, because when you do blend, it does get a little warm. So add a couple ice cubes if you like it a little bit cooler.
All right, well, let's get it in here.
All right.
Special
Our
Flower of Life jugs.
Flower of Life jugs, because we're hardcore like that. Okay.
It almost looks like a raspberry smoothie. Doesn't taste like it, but it looks like it. That is a lot, and you still have a lot left over.
Yep.
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Well, thanks for watching and trying out the Conscious Beauty DIY V8 juice with Emerald here. And where can they find more about you?
At Facebook at Emerald Figueroa, and all you need to find out about me is there. So I look
right.
forward to meeting you.
And tell us how your DIY V8 juice went at consciouscontenttv.com as well. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Cheers.
Cheers.